That was a lovely display of smoke from the candle. Good morning, hello, and welcome to our 6 a.m. Pacific time moment of contemplation and inspiration from 365 Science of Mind. That's a book, the title of book. And the subtitle is A Year of Daily Wisdom from Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of Centers for Spiritual Living. That's our organization. Our website is very easy, csl.org, where you can find communities close to you, education opportunities, information about our upcoming annual conference, which is both virtual and in person in February next year. And it's going to be located physically in 3 locations, and the first one being Santa Rosa, where I am located. And you can find out more about that on our website, csl.org. Look for the events. Today's reading is something I just don't get tired of talking about. It's health. And it talks about how health is a state of wholeness in mind and body, and how we are to use our minds to support a sense of well-being in our body. It's a tender topic because sometimes people can feel very deflated when they don't experience health in their body. They might even ask themselves, what am I thinking incorrectly? And there is by no means any suggestion that you and I have failed when something goes wrong. Rather, in our teaching, there is an encouragement to continue to refresh our minds and to use our ability to nurture peace and harmony inwardly to support our health outwardly. This is not a new way of thinking about metaphysics. It's not a departure from our teacher's teachings. No, he wrote about this a long time ago, he being Ernest Holmes. So I always like to quote some of the important pieces. So you can read the encouraging health statements for the 27th of November. But here, from Living the Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes, page 263. In the early days, he said, of our practice, it was believed that we could not successfully work with somebody if somebody was also working with a doctor, or if they were using medicine at all. Now, he says, we know that that is not so. I'm paraphrasing. We no longer give any serious thought to that. Isn't that a relief? The metaphysician, that's you and I, feels it's a privilege to work with all the different therapies, physicians, psychologists, dentists, you name it. We have learned to appreciate the field of medicine and even surgery. So, in other words, we bring our spirituality in to include and support all of the possible methods of healing. Well, I am so grateful to read that because, I'm wearing these glasses and I give thanks every day for the technology that allows me to wear them. I just wish I'd got the non-reflective lenses. That would have been even better. I give thanks for the surgery on my hand. To me, it's an answered prayer. And the mastery of the surgeon who did it. I wish I had the time to tell you the miraculous story of finding the right surgeon to operate on my hands. Beautiful. So I do not experience surgery or glasses or dentistry or supplements or anything, antibiotics. I do not experience these as a loss, but as an expression of wholeness. So whatever methodology we are using, we bring our spirituality in to support it. Here's another quote from Dr. Holmes. The physician and the surgeon can patch up this physical body of ours And the psychologist or psychiatrist can help us to straighten out our emotional tension. For all of this, we ought to be grateful. One of the top purposes of our spiritual healing is to relieve the mind of fear. So here's an important fear to be relieved of when dealing with health. Fear of the mind itself. I love my mind. We should embrace that idea. I love my mind. And there is no thought that I can think that can lead my body into distress. So let us today contemplate together. Today, I know that my wholeness, my health, my well-being, physical well-being, mental well-being, all of it is drawn from an infinite source of perfection. And as I draw upon it with this contemplation, it comes to me and through me through every possible avenue, using all methods that are available, including methods that I know of and those that I know not of, through paths I've already traveled and those are yet to be discovered. So today I am open to the experience of wholeness. And so I speak to myself, to my deeper mind, saying that the spiritual laws that govern the universe are the laws that govern my life. And by planting these seeds of openness and wholeness, I am producing in me a garden of willingness and openness to the wholeness that is the living spirit. This is where my wholeness is. And I imagine, using my beautiful imagination, and I invite you to do the same thing, that these words that I'm contemplating have the effect of neutralizing tension in my mind and my body and my emotions. And in this way, the experience of wholeness, of health, has the opportunity to rise up in me. And not only that, I establish in me an atmosphere, an energy of wholeness that impacts everyone who comes into my physical space, even into my thought atmosphere. Yes, I believe that. And I give thanks for it. And I take a breath and I sit in the quiet for a moment and contemplate wholeness. And taking another breath, letting the movement of that breath reintroduce you to the environment in which you are currently finding yourself, wherever you are in the world. And if you haven't yet, let us know where you're tuning in from. Please say hello from your location. And this topic, health, is such a good opportunity to get assistance. I'm talking to you right now. If you haven't yet called upon the services of the World Ministry of Prayer, let this today be the day that you call upon them for your tailor-made spiritual mind treatment. Get somebody to pray with you, because look, when it's your health, you're so close to it. I mean, it's you, it's so close. It's hard to be neutral, detached, clear-headed. So let somebody else do it for you. Contact the World Ministry of Prayer. The contact information is in the description of this broadcast. And ask them to do a prayer, an affirmative prayer, a spiritual mind treatment, tailor-made for the condition that you are thinking about. and let somebody partner with you for your health and well-being today. Have a blessed day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.